Hey friends, it's Tracy from HallOfFameMoms.com here, and I'm going to do a quick video on filling out your notice of intent and turning in your curriculum list to the school systems in Ohio. I am just going to tell you what I know just off, the top of my head from just my years. This is going into my 11th year homeschooling our boys in Ohio. I've homeschooled in 2 different school districts. I've never really had any problems. So let me just go over a few things. First, I am connected excuse me, to some groups on Facebook where homeschoolers share information, and so if some law changes, that's where I am alerted to about that. Or I'm also a member of the Homeschool Legal Defense Association, which I do recommend that you would join at some point. I didn't join them until my kids were probably entering middle school or something like that, but I am a member of them now. They are attorneys that will defend you and fight for you in the event that the schools are breaking the law and doing overreach and stuff like that. Stuff like that does happen. Don't assume that the school system understands the homeschool arena, okay? But I don't want to also instill a lot of fear in you about that. I didn't sign up with HSLDA until the later years. In fact, I don't think I did it maybe until I moved into a large city. So we live in an area where we're like we're the largest school system, public school system in our county. So, but this is about like the paperwork. Okay, so excuse me. It's recommended that you mail in your NOI and assessment and the other paperwork, certified or whatever they call it, so that you have proof that you mailed it in, and someone has to, I think, sign for it. Now, I don't do that. I personally just walk it in. I've done this since the beginning. I walk it into the office. I get someone to sign or stamp showing that I did drop it off. And I also keep copies of stuff for my own records. So, it's up to you how you want to handle that. But doing it this way just gives me peace of mind. I know it's done. It is my understanding that by law, and you need to check anything I'm telling you, you need to verify for yourself, okay? But it is my understanding that the school system only has 14 days from the day they receive your paperwork to notify you if something is missing or if they need something else. I am not sure if I've ever received something in writing saying they needed something, but I have received a call from each school district at least once over the years requesting more information. So, if you see this, if you've turned in everything and you believe you've turned in everything according to law, and you see the school system calling you on your caller ID, you may not want to answer the phone. You may want to just stick to the law, which I think is that they have to mail you something within that 14-day period, okay? So then if they don't do that according to law, by law, you're not obligated to them, is my understanding, to whatever they're asking for, because they've not followed the law in reaching out to you in time, okay? Again, I'm not a legal expert. I'm just a mom. Been homeschooling for going on 11 years, so you look into the law and you decide for yourself, okay? Now, I just in the last couple years or so, I have started using HSLDA's form as my NOI instead of anything that the school system sends me. Every year they send me a packet of information, and I just don't use that. I don't use theirs. I just use HSLDA's. You have to be a member to use it, but you don't have to use it. In fact, I don't even think you have to use a form. Find out exactly what you need to put in there and put it in a letter form if you want. And don't give them any more information than by law they're required to have, okay? That's my recommendation to you. Okay, so this year, 2020, homeschoolers do not have to, by law, turn in an assessment because of COVID. So I didn't do that. In the form that I had, actually had that mentioned on there as part of the record that I got from HSLDA. But you might want to make a copy of whatever the legal form is online, the legal mention of the law and the code, and just put that in there for your record and for the school's record. You know, if you're a returning homeschooler. Now, I don't like to give a whole lot of information, and just because I don't like a lot of paperwork and stuff like that, and you know, I just don't want to be doing all that work. Here's what my NOI looks like, and so far I'm not having a problem with it. Let me see. I'm going to show you my other sons, just because there's some personal stuff on here that I just don't want to have on YouTube. Let me look here real quick. Okay, so this is my younger son's curriculum list. I can show you this. This is how I did the curriculum list. Okay, this is how I do for both of them, okay? So I'm just showing you. So I just, I mentioned the book or the source of information and a little bit about what that topic, I guess it's called scope and sequence, a little bit about what they'll be learning, okay? Now, you are not tied to this list. You don't have to follow this. If you change your mind and you decide that, oh, this book isn't really good for us, I'm going to do something else, you can change it, and you don't have to tell the school system. This is by law for informational purposes only, okay? But you have to include it. So let me point out a couple things. I'm very eclectic in how I homeschool. I don't do a lot of stuff by the book, so to speak. We've used the library resources. I've used a lot of DVDs. I put together my own things. I'll create my own assignments. And in those cases, when I don't have, when I'm, doing that sort of stuff, I just put down like, we'll be using YouTube, we'll be using the library. This year we may not be using the library because I don't know if it's going to be open and convenient. YouTube videos, we have a family membership at a gym, and just any other assigned reading. See that? So you can see how, I just mentioned, those extra things like that aren't as defined, okay? Okay, so there's that. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you on that. Okay, that's it for the NOI. I'm going to do some more videos here on the curriculum I'm using for my 9th grader and my 11th grader. And I'm going to do that today and get all 3 of these videos uploaded today. At least that's the plan. And then I think I'm going to do 1 or more videos on how I'm organizing things for me as the teacher, and organizing for them, okay? For them as the students. So stay tuned and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to receive notifications when those videos are up, okay? Thanks for watching.